Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers, where today I'm going to be showing off part 2 of the Industrial Overhaul mod. In this episode we are going to be showing all of the production blocks, so how you actually make all the materials from the raw resources. Like in the last episode we were showing how to get efficiency. This episode we're just going to show all the different blocks and what they're used for. So it should be a pretty good video. After this episode, we should only have one more, I believe, showing off all the power stuff. That'll be part 3. If you can think of anything else you want to see to do with this kind of mod, leave a comment give me a comment. Tell me what you want me to look at, and I can happily make another part to the video. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's 3 main parts. So yeah. If you end up enjoying this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to this channel if you're new. We are very close to 666 subscribers. I think we're about 10 off, so you know, let's see if we can do that just for the fun of it. Why not? As always, I have a goal of trying to get to 1,000 by the end of this year. So yeah, if you would like to subscribe, it'll help me out immensely. Anyway, let's get on to the video. Alright, so I've laid it out in such a way which sort of they're in sections. So to start off, actually not. I'm gonna shove up back. To start off with, we have, of course, your survival kit. Now the survival kit works a little bit differently for this one. It can produce copper wire, electromagnets, basic computers, construction, and steel plates. Now, electromagnets are going to be used for motors, and the rest of them seem like normal, I guess, to a degree, apart from a basic computer and a copper wire. As you know, there's new resources have basically changed everything, so yeah. Those resources allow you to build this thing right here, and this is your basic workbench. Now, your basic workbench or assembling bench allows you to make some like acid power cells, copper wire, the alkaline power cells, you know, just some basic sort of stuff. As you can see up here, they all take different resources. If I hover over the motor, you can see it requires electromagnets, large steel tubes, and copper wire. And that's one cool thing about this whole mod, which you'll probably see, is a lot of resources I don't even know what I'd call these components. There you go. A lot of these components don't just require resources or ingots, they require other components to build, and I really like that because you can make whole production lines. Anyway, so yeah, assembling bench allows you to build more, which then gets you on to some of this more interesting stuff. I also want to show, just before we get into the majority of this, these 2 blocks. Now this one is an incinerator. No matter what you put in it, it will turn stuff into carbon. If I just dumped all of this in, doesn't matter what you dump in, it will just produce carbon. So it's an easy way to get carbon when you need it. I wouldn't recommend you put raw resources like that in. I'd recommend, you know, smelt up and make steel plates or whatever. Actually, stone. Put stone in here. This is one of the best ways of getting rid of it, and you actually produce something useful. And then we have the mod compatible assembly bench. So I don't have any other mods on this world, but some other mods, let's say like the shield mod, it has shield emitters. And now the shield emitters won't pop up in any other one of the blocks, because, you know, it's not part of the mod, so it show up here. So yeah, if you're playing with this and you have a couple of mods and you're like, oh, I can't find my gun, or I can't find this ammo type, or oh, this one resource isn't here, well, it's probably going to be in just the modded one. Nice that they added it. But yeah. Alright, so then we have the assembler. So I'm just gonna flick through all of them, I guess. So we have assembler, we have the basic assembler, which kind of just a bit different. I believe this one is the advanced assembler. Yep. And then we have a molecular assembler, or a nano assembler. We have a microelectronics factory. We have a synthetic factory. We have ceramics. I believe this is a kiln. Yep. We have the wire drawers. We have an auto loom. We have the stamp press. We have a munitions factory, and I don't know why. I think at some point this got bugged, so the ammo just sticks out, but it's fine. We also have the extruder. So there's the main bulk of the new blocks. And then we have a uranium centrifuge and a nuclear reprocessor. So this essentially turns, so now this will be more in the next video, but with reactors you put uranium in, but it doesn't just disappear and produce power. It creates depleted uranium, which I believe you can put back into these machines, enrich them and all that, and put them back in. Basically you can reuse it, which is kind of nice. I haven't actually ever used these two machines, so we'll have to do a bit of testing, but that'll be for next episode, so yeah. And then back here we have a load of oil related things. So we have the chemical refinery, we have a oil cracker, oh no, bitumen extractor, and I believe this is the oil cracker. Yeah. So they're more oil based stuff to make fuels and plastics and stuff like that. Alright, so I'm just gonna look into this machine. There we go. And I can sort of go through what some of them do. So if we start at the top. Okay, so fabricators. Fabricators produce more, like, how am I supposed to say this? Right, so different machines of course produce different things that all split up into everything. So in the base game you just have the assembler, which produces everything. In this you have different things. So for fabricators are jobs to produce some of these resources like the basic computers and stuff. The assemblers produce more motors, cryogenic coolers. These are for cryotubes and stuff, solar cells, radio components, stuff like that. Microelectronics factory for upgraded computers. It also produces a basic computers. Produces displays, but these displays require plastic, computers, copper wire, stuff like that, of course. Sensor clusters. Sensor clusters you'll need for like turrets. You'll also need them for like ore detectors and stuff like that. Alright, synthetic factories. That's where we can make stuff like asphalt, plastic, rubber, and synthetic polymers. We've got the ceramics factory where you can make armored glass, you can make ceramics, and you can make glass. Ceramics will be used for other machines. It also is used for some armor types. We have cement kiln, which concrete, quite simple. Wire drawers to make copper wire, gold wire, and superconductors. Auto looms to make the synthetic fabrics and then make parachutes off them. Plate stamp to make the armored plates, composite plates, that's what the ceramics are needed for, aluminium plates, steel plates, and the titanium plates. Are you with me so far? Good. Extruders to make the girders, large steel tubes, and small steel tubes. Advanced assemblers to make laser emitters, lithium power cells, reactor components, superconductor stuff, and whatever they are. And then we have nano assemblers, which produce the nano assembler is literally the top end thing. It produces the quantum computers, thruster components, gravity gens, full spectrum solar cells, which again you'll see in the next video. It's an advanced solar panel essentially. And electronic matrix cells. I believe that's for a load of uranium. Alright, munitions factory. This is literally just where all your ammo types are kept. So all of your guns, all of the new ammo types, quite simple, nice and organized. Assembling bench and of course the survival kits. I believe that is everything. Yeah. So like I say, it was never supposed to be that long a video. Of course, like, so this is quite an expensive thing, so you can see it requires quite a lot of interesting resources. A lot of advanced computers, a lot of gold wire, stuff like that. Construction goes off the screen, it's a bit annoying. It's not too bad. Lots of basic computers, that's interesting. 10 and then 10. Gold wires. These ones are pretty easy. I might also say, so these basic sort of benches like here, they literally, they'll do it and they'll do it slowly, so you make steel plates, but it'll be like one at a time, it's nice and slow. If you use something like a stamp press, you'll be doing it like 3 or 4 plates at a time. It's much faster, much cooler. Also, a lot of these factories have walkways on them, so you can make them work out pretty cool. They're also very, very big. You can see this is quite a big platform and takes up a lot of it. So a lot of different things. Like, I haven't got it set up currently, but let's say you wanted to make some, I don't know. Say you wanted to make some motors, yeah? You'd have to make the electromagnets and the steel tubes, and then you'd have to make the motors. And I believe other stuff require motors, things require basic computers. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, the superconductor requires rubber. Rubber you can only get from Earth, apparently. We found that out the hard way. Currently I'm in a survival series, spoiler. We were trying to actually find some oil sands, and we were on Mars, and we found out, yeah, there is literally non-spawn on Mars. The only place you can get it is the Earth-like planet, which is a bit annoying, but luckily we'll just have to find a trading post and buy what we need, do some trading missions, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, I believe that is pretty much everything. The only other thing I would say is, if you end up using this, and of course I went quite fast through all them resources, you can hover over each of the things and it tells you what they can do. Oh, it's pretty simple for certain ones, so like the wire drawers, of course it does the wire types. But on some of these more interesting ones, like the microelectronics factory, it says that it produces the basic and advanced computers, the sensor clusters, the thermal coupler and displays, stuff like that. So it's actually a really, really good mod, like it. Also tells the power consumption, which can be very useful. Yeah, and it just tells you everything it produces. But yeah, that's everything. I guess the only other thing, if you have the industrial assembler, you may be interested to know what that one produces. It is literally just the same as the normal assembler. It's no different, so you can use that if you want. But yeah, that's everything. So like I say, the next part of this will just be showing all the power blocks, which again, there's a lot of. There's the wind turbines and the solar and the geothermal. Also show all the batteries, how they use them. We've got the steam turbines, of course, with the solar panels. And we also have capacitors, which are really, really big batteries, essentially. Yeah, we'll get to it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you did enjoy this video, like I say, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm, it helps out my channel, it's just good. I'm still fairly, well, I am a small channel, so any support you can give is much appreciated. Anyway, I have been Quantum Chief, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!